Okay. Actually, in our textbook, the first chapter in chemistry is periodic table of elements, right? There is periodic table, periodic properties, and variations of properties. But basic things we learned in ninth standard. What are the basic things we learned? We can represent all the atoms in a tabular format like this, right? All the atoms we can represent all the elements in a format table format like this. So which element is this? This is
Hydrogen, sir.
hydrogen. This is
So helium.
helium. Then
So lithium.
lithium,
So beryllium.
beryllium,
So boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, and calcium.
potassium, and calcium. Okay. Actually speaking, according to our syllabus, you have to learn only up to this calcium. So you must remember first 20 elements of our periodic table. You must know the properties of them in general. Only 20 elements, if you know, that is more than sufficient. Now, hydrogen atom is here. What is an atom? Atom contains,
Sir, like charged particles, so like
yes,
called
atom
electrons.
contains equal number of electrons, protons, and neutrons, right?
Yes.
Atoms have electrons, protons, and neutrons. Where will be electrons?
Sir, in orbit around the nucleus.
Yes, electrons will be revolving around the nucleus. Whereas in the nucleus, protons and neutrons will be there, right? Protons and neutrons will be there in the nucleus,
Yes, sir.
whereas electrons will be revolving around the nucleus in a particular orbit or a shell. Other word is a shell. So number of protons and number of electrons will be equal in an atom, right? Number of protons and number of electrons will be equal in an atom. In hydrogen, in hydrogen, how many electrons are there?
One, sir.
One. So we can see that this is the atomic number is mentioned over here, right? Atomic number gives the number of protons or electrons in an atom, right?
Yes, sir.
For all of them you observe. This represents number of protons or number of electrons in an atom. Hydrogen has one electron, helium has two electrons, three, four like this. Both protons and electrons are same. And that is represent the top corner. And element symbol is given in the middle. And its name is given over here. Then this is the atomic number. The next concept is mass number. What is the mass number?
Sir, the weight of the atom, sir.
Yes, atomic mass or a mass number is the sum of the protons, weight of the protons and the
Neutron.
neutrons, right? Protons and neutrons together is the atomic mass. Remember the difference between atomic number and the mass number. These are very basic things which you studied before. Atomic number and the mass number. Mass number is the sum of protons and neutrons because electrons are negligible weight, right? Considering electrons are negligible weight, it is the nucleus, whatever is there, that is considered over here. That is nucleons. So, what is the atomic mass and what is the atomic number? These two are represented like this. So, I think you are clear with an atom, atomic number, and a mass number.
Yes, sir.
Any difficulties on all? Atomic number, mass number?
No, sir.
Atomic number is number of electrons or protons. Mass number exists in the nucleus of the atom. Mass number exists in the nucleus of an atom, which is sum of protons and neutrons. Sum of protons and neutrons is known as atomic mass. And this is the atomic number is number of electrons or protons. These are the basic things which already we learned. It is only I'm brushing up what we learned before. Any idea what is a cation?
So cation is like when an atom gains negative so like electrons when an atom gains electrons.
No, cations. Cations are the
So when an atom has positive ion, positive.
no ma. When the atom when it loses electrons, for example, lithium, it has 3 electrons actually. In the first orbit, it has 2 electrons. Then the second orbit, it has 1 electron. First orbit, first round, it has 2 electrons, and one extra is there because in the first orbit we can have at the maximum only 2 electrons in the first orbit or in the first shell. Second shell actually we can have 8 electrons, but we have only 1 electron in the outermost shell. What lithium does? Lithium will lose this electron to become stable. It loses this electron. Since it loses electron, it is known as a cation. Please remember, when an atom loses the electron, please make a note. When an atom loses the electron, it becomes a cation. Atom by losing electron, it becomes cation. Is it okay? Please make a note. All these metals can be a cation. When they lose electrons, they become cations. When they lose the electrons, they become cations. Are you getting the concept, children? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sonal,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
by losing electron, they become cations. Whereas, see, these metals, these two groups are metals here. They are ready to lose the electrons. They become cations. Whereas this side, they are ready to gain the electrons. They are known as
Anions.
anion. Please remember, don't get confused. Cation are ready to lose the electron. They may lose 1 or 2 electrons or 3 electrons to some extent. 4 they will not lose. Then they may share. That we'll learn the next chapter. By losing, they become cations. Here, all these metals, they lose their electrons. Whereas non-metals, this side, they gain the electrons and they becomes anion. Atom by losing or gaining, they become cations or anions. Losing of electron is also known as oxidation. Please remember the word. There are 5 reasons for oxidation. So even losing of an electron is also considered as oxidation. Losing of electron is also considered as oxidation. Please remember the word. Please make a note. Very, very basic things, but we don't remember, we face problem. Please make a note. Oxidation is losing of electron. Whereas reduction is gaining of electrons. They reduces. Reduction takes place for the non-metals. Oxidation takes place for metals. Looks like where is the oxygen here? No, not a cluster of oxygen. When they gain the electrons, they becomes reduced. Whereas when they give the electrons, they are oxidized. The other way, you have to remember this word. Hope you are making note of it. Loss of electrons from an atom or an ion is known as oxidation. That is required for this chapter. That's the reason I'm telling you. Loss of electrons from an atom or an ion is oxidation. Because beryllium has 2 electrons in its outermost orbit, 2 in the first round, 2 in the second round. So it may lose 1 electron or 2 electrons. So once it loses 1 electron, it has become an ion. Once again, it may lose 1 more electron. Previously, it was an atom. It loses 1 electron, it becomes barium ion. Once again, it may lose 1 more electron. So losing of electron is known as oxidation. This will gain electrons. That is known as a reduction. So, am I clear or confused? Confused?
Clear, sir.
Clear.
Clear.
Yes. See, oxidation, whichever is oxidizing, they are called as reducing agent. Please remember the confusion here. Don't get confused. They are oxidized, means they are helping to someone to reduce, right? They are giving the electrons to help someone to reduce. So they are known as a reducing agent. See how nice the words are framed here. Confuse us if you don't be unclear with this concept. Why struggle in chemistry is we get confused in the words. They are oxidized, means they are a reducing agent. Whereas these non-metals are reduced, means they are oxidizing agent. There are 5 reasons for oxidization, word oxidizing reduction. But basic is one among this. For this chapter is losing of electron or gaining of electrons. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sonal?
Yes, I understand.
Please take a note there and then. Then, next part we learn what is an atom, what is a cation, what is an anion, what is an atomic number, the number of electrons or proton, what is the mass number, the sum of the protons and neutrons in a nucleus. So, this much we learn. Then, next word, electronic configuration. So, as we know, as we have to study till only 20, that is up to calcium, electronic configuration of all these elements are not the same. For example, if I take lithium, as we know, in the first orbit or a first shell, we can have only 2 electrons, 2 electrons in the first shell and 1 in the second shell. Here, 2 electrons in the first shell and 2 electrons in the second shell, means outer shell has 2 electrons. Right? Like that. If I go for boron, here 2 in the first shell, 3 in the second shell. 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 2 in the first, 6 in the second, 2 in the first, 7 in the second, 2 in the first, 8 in the second. Observe. 2 in the first, 8 in the second. If you observe the entire row here, the entire row has only 2 shells. First shell, all of them have 2, 2, 2. But second shell, the outer shell is varying. Number of electrons in the outer shell is varying for all of them. Okay, here number of shells are same. But number of electrons in the outer shell is varying. It has started from 1. Outer shell has 1 here and outer shell has 8 over here. Together there are 8 elements in it and each one has 2 orbits. First orbit is completely filled. Second orbit is varying in this. Okay. Then if I consider the first row, rows are known as periods, right? Rows are known as periods. If you observe, hydrogen has 1 electron, means in the first orbit we have 1 electron. Only 1 orbit and only 1 electron. Whereas, see, Helium is written over here. There are various things are there. When you go to 11th standard, you're going to study why it is there here or here. You want to study the chapter itself as a chapter. So helium has 2 electrons, means only one orbit, and highest capacity for the first orbit is 2 electrons. That has 2 electrons. It has been placed over here. I explain you why it is placed over here to 10th standard level. So first period, the first period has only two elements. One is hydrogen, the other one is helium. Hydrogen and helium both have only one shell, and here only one electron, here 2 electrons. So it is here the 18th group, whereas here the first group. Whereas second row is the second period has 2 shells in it. First shell is completely filled. Second shell, it is not completely filled from here to here. So, what is that called? Number of electrons outermost shell is called? Any idea?
So valence electrons.
Valence electrons. Good. Number of electrons in the outermost orbit is known as valence electrons. We can make out here valence electrons are from 1 up to 8 here, if I consider this. Valence electrons are from 1 to 8. And if I go to the next row, nothing but the next period. Yes, see, sodium has 11 electrons together. What is its structure? 2 in the first row, first shell, because maximum is 2. Second shell also I can have only 8. So 2 plus 8, 10. Means 1 is there in the outermost orbit. Observe the properties of lithium and sodium or hydrogen. All of them have 1 electron in the outermost orbit. So only they are all placed like this. Are you getting it? All have 1 electron in its outermost orbit. Valence electron is 1 for all of them down the group. Whereas magnesium, 2 in the first shell, 8 in the second shell, 10 is over. 2 more electrons are left. Those 2 more electrons are in the third shell. Outermost valence electrons are 2 in magnesium. The same with the beryllium. Beryllium also has 2 electrons. If you go down the group, yes, all of them here has 2 electrons in the outermost shell. All of them have 2 electrons in the outermost shell. This is the group we say. That is the reason in the periodic table, property will repeat continuously. That's what I'm explaining an example here. So gap is there here. They are not the transition element. We'll not going to study this. We'll go to aluminium, 13th group or 3A group. See, 13 electrons are there. 2 in the first shell, 8 in the second shell, 3 in the valence shell. Even boron has 3 electrons, aluminium has 3 electrons, same thing for the others here. Valence electron is 3 for all of them. Valence electron is 4 for all of them, 5 for all of them, 6, 7. Here 8. All of them have 8 except the helium. Except the helium, all have 8 electrons in their valence shell. Right? So,
Yes, sir.
horizontal rows are known as periods. What is the specialty of the period? In a period, number of shells remain same. So if you observe this period, this third period here, there are 3 shells. First shell, second shells are completely filled. Third is a valence shell for all of them. If I go down here, if I go to this shell, this is the fourth, no? Fourth and fifth. Actually, fourth and fifth actually have 18 elements here. If you count, there are 18 elements over here. Fourth and fifth period have 18 elements in it. If you count, there are 18 elements, including this. So fourth and fifth have 18 elements, and they have 4 shells for this, 5 shells for it. It has 5 shells, this has 4 shells. So period, number of shells remain same. 5 shells here. This is 6 shells. This is a 6th shell or a 6th period. Actually, what happens now? See, 57 to 71, they have written down here. So there are 32 elements in this period. Space is not there. No, they have put it over here. There are no inner transition elements. Transition elements, and they are known as inner transition elements. See, it has been written over here. Actually, there are 32 in this period. 32 elements are in this period. So like this is not there for us. We are there only to learn about 20. So please understand, horizontal division is known as a period. Vertical division is known as a group. They are group. What is the speciality of the groups? What is the speciality of the group?
So same number of valence electrons.
Very nice. Same number of valence electrons. Valence electrons in this case is 1, group 1, 1. Here group 2 is 2. Here it is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Valence electrons remain same in a group. That is the reason the table has been framed like this. These are the basic things actually we have learned in our 9th standard, or before that we were. Valence electrons are 1 to 8. But there is one more word, valency. There is one more word, namely a valency. See, lithium has 1 electron in the outermost orbit. It is ready to give that electron so that it becomes a stable electron, it will have a stable electronic configuration. Beryllium is ready to give out 2 electrons because in second cell, we can have at the maximum 8. They have only 1 or 2 here. To make 8, lithium needs 7 more electrons. It is difficult to get 7 more electrons. So instead of trying to get 7 electrons, what it will do? It will ready to give out these electrons and become stable. It is ready to give out that electron and it becomes stable. So valency of this is 1. Similarly for beryllium, 2 in the first orbit, 2 in the second, means it needs 6 more electrons. Difficult to get 6 more electrons. So it is ready to give out those 2 electrons and becomes cation. It won't become a cation. Same thing with boron. Instead of trying to get 5 electrons, it is ready to donate 3 electrons to become cation and it is oxidized. Whereas carbon has 4 electrons in the outermost orbit. Right? It has to take 4, either to give 4 electrons or take 4 electrons. So it will neither give nor takes. It shares with others. So carbon and compound, we're going to study organic chapter, organic chemistry chapter with the carbon. So they are not able to lose or gain. They share the electrons. A different types of bond is formed here. This is a covalent bond is formed. There are 4 valence electrons, but it shares with others. Whereas nitrogen, 2 in the first orbit, 5 in the second orbit. Since 5 in the second orbit, it needs 3 electrons to complete its octet rule. Instead of losing 5 electrons which is in the outer orbit, it will try to take those 3 electrons. So here, valency is 3. Don't say valency is 5 for it. Please understand. There are 7 valence electrons, I agree. But its valency is 3, not 7. There are 5 electrons outermost orbit. Instead of giving out 5 electrons, it will prefer to take 3 electrons. Its valency is 3. See, boron also valency is 3. Right? They are ready to, here it is ready to give 3 electrons. Whereas this is ready to take 3 electrons. Valence is same. Then here it is ready to take 2 electrons. Its valency is 2. Its valency is 1. It just needs one more electron to complete its octet rule. Because 2 in the first orbit, 7 in the second orbit. Instead of losing 7 electrons, it is try to get 1 electron become stable. So it needs 1 electron, 1 valence electron. So this is the way. Valency and valence electrons are different. Valence electrons, how many electrons in the outermost orbit? Valence is how many electrons it will either give or take to become stable. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, the property of these things, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, they have, see, helium has 2 electrons in the outermost orbit. Since it has only 1 orbit and only 2 electrons are required for that orbit, it is completely filled. It is non-reactive. It neither loses nor gains electrons. It is stable electronic configuration. It is the inert gases. They don't react. Similarly, neon, argon and all. Neon has 10 electrons together, 2 in the first orbit, 8 in the second orbit. Means octet rule is followed. It is completely filled outermost orbit. So it is not ready to react to anyone. It is stable electronic configuration. It is inert in its nature. Others, all these in this, are trying to become inert by either losing the electron or gaining the electron. Similarly, same if you consider this period, yes, here they are trying to lose 1, 2, 3 electrons. Further, they try to take electrons, 3, 2, 1 electrons, and they become stable. Whereas argon is already stable. Is the concept of valence electron and valency. Is clear? Don't say for fluorine.
Yes, sir.
Valency is 7, valency is 1. Valence electron is 7, valency is 1. Because it needs only 1 electron. So valency is the combining capacity of an element. Valency is the combine, take down if you want. Valency is the combining capacity of an element to become stable. Any doubt till here? Any doubt till here?
No, sir.
No, right? So before this table has been generated, we have seen in 9th standard, so many scientists has tried to put all the elements in different combinations. Like, right? Governor tried. He has tried to group three elements. Then they used to use octet rule. Then Mendeleev has given more or less this structure. But Mendeleev what he did, instead of arranging them according to atomic number, he has arranged them according to atomic mass. Instead of arranging them in atomic number, he has arranged the atomic mass. So he was not able to fit all of them in a proper order. And for isotopes, when atomic mass comes, isotopes he has given different positions for the same atoms. And some of the elements did not fit properly in this. So he has given some idea, but it was not the exactly same as this. Then Henry has given this structure. New periodic table. This periodic table, what we are seeing here now, we have got it from, right? Henry Moseley has given this. Just arrange them according to atomic number concept, right? So modern period table, now what we are seeing, we have 7 rows, 7 periods. We have 7 periods, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 periods. Because from here it is extended. From here it is extended. 7 periods are there. 18 groups are there. 18 groups are there. And all the elements are put in order. That is the reason it is the periodic table. After every period, it repeats. Properties will repeat. That is the concept of periodic table. Any difficulty till here?
No, sir.
No, right? So if you observe, there are metals, metallic properties are there, then it becomes gradually becomes non-metal this side. Metals to non-metals. Then in between metals to non-metals, we have a transition elements here. We have a transition elements. Then we have the transition element. Then comes the inner transition elements. We have transition element here and inner transition elements are represented over here. So take, you don't remember all of them. You just had to remember first 20. How to remember? See, till 10. What we do, some way you have to remember, no? We are trying to write 1 to 10. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, barium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, right? So happy Henry likes beans, brownies, and chocolates. Chocolate nets over Friday news. Try to write, see. Happy Henry, H stands for happy. Henry likes, Li. Beans, brownies, and chocolates, C for chocolate, nuts, over Friday news. Try to memorize this sentence. Then you remember the order even. Happy Henry likes beans and brownies and chocolate nuts over Friday news. So easy to remember, you will not miss anything. The order, because questions are very simple, tricky will come. Remember the order, then only you can write them. Take down if you want. Happy Henry likes beans, brownies, and chocolate nuts over Friday news. Okay, it is up to you, but it is somewhere try to remember all the names with the proper order, with their atomic number. Then for 11 to 20, I'd remember sodium, Na, magnesium. So na, mang, आलू, सी पेटी, सब चलो आगरा काका. ना मांग आलू सी पेटी, सब चलो आगरा काका. That Na, Nang, Mg, aluminium, Al, Alu, C, silicon, Peti, Sab Chalo, chlorine, Agra, Ar, Kaka, K or Ca for potassium and calcium. Please try to memorize, somewhere to memorize. You may have some better options to memorize, yes, but you need to memorize them because there's a very basic things up to 20. You'll learn all the properties of it in this order. If you have written it, or if it is okay for you, please raise your hand. Okay. Now here, these are known as group 1 elements, right? They are known as group 1 elements. They are also known as alkali metals. They are all known as alkali metals. And they are univalent, means they have 1 electron in their outermost orbit. They are alkali metals. It is given no color. You see, alkali metals. What is the property of them? They are univalent. Means they will be oxidized, right? They will be oxidized. They make a cation. They form a cations. They are oxidized, and they are good reducing agent. Hope you are trying to memorize all these points. One is they are all alkali metals. First point is they are all alkali metals, and they are univalent. Means they have one electron in the outermost orbit. Univalent. They are oxidation. They undergo oxidation. Oxidation means they lose electron. They undergo oxidation, and they act as a good reducing agent. These are the properties of group 1 metals. Right?
Yes.
Then group 2, they are known as alkali earth metal. They are known as alkaline earth metal. They are bivalent, means they have 2 electrons in the outermost orbit. They also undergoes oxidation, and they are the reducing agent. They are but bivalent. Alkaline earth metal. We'll go to learn what is alkaline metals, alkaline earth metals in the acid base and salt chapter. Alkaline metal, alkaline earth metal. They have bivalent because 2 electrons in the outermost orbit, and they undergoes oxidation like them, and they are the reducing agent. Whatever the word is required for me, I'm repeating it here. Then this 3 to 12, group 3 to 12 are known as transition elements, which is not there for us. They are known as transition element. Then this side is 16, that is from 16 and 17. Group 16, no? Post-transition element we say. Later, here onwards, they are post-transition elements. Then here known as halogens. 17th group is known as halogens. They make a salt. They are known as halogens. Then last one is known as inert gases or noble gases. Halogens, inert or noble gases.